If you want a healthy relationship, both of you have to learn how to nurture the relationship. Both of you have to be able to understand each other's wants and needs. And sometimes sitting down and journaling together is one of the best things you could do to really understand where the relationship is going. Personally, I've done that with my girlfriend recently, and it's been one of the best decisions I've made because I understood exactly what we're working towards. So, here's one thing I realized that a lot of us should be doing weekly reviews, even for ourselves, right? But you could also do weekly reviews with your partner and understand, okay, what can you do better this week or next week? What can both of you focus on improving, right? All of these really, really help you to move towards a healthy relationship and nurturing it and nourishing it. So here's something you gotta understand. For a man, if you're a man, everything is pure friction for us, right? And overcoming friction is a skill. It's a skill that will be built throughout the time of you living your life. Of course, you have to push yourself through those tough times, but it's a skill that you'll develop. On top of that, being in a relationship is a skill. If the both of you are bickering every single time, it just means that the both of you are not compatible, or the both of you are not willing to just have a small chat and seeing if you align with each other during the season, or the both of you just are terrible at relationships, okay? And you just both have to focus on developing yourself as an individual. And you gotta understand, here are a couple of journaling questions that I've went through with my girlfriend, and I believe that a lot of you could benefit from this. So the first one is, what do you want to do in the next few months? Of course, you're not going to be perfect and all that, and even if you plan these things out within the next couple of months, just know that there's going to be a lot of hurdles, there's going to be a lot of obstacles, and that's all right. But hey, just figure out exactly what you want. The next one is, what do you want to do on the weekends? Like, are you someone who's very ambitious? Are the both of you ambitious? Or do you want to chill here and there on a certain day on the weekend? Whatever the case is, figure what you truly want and then ask your partner what she wrote or what he wrote. And then, of course, discuss about it. The third one is, what time do you want to have lunch together? I believe it's really wholesome to have lunch or dinner together here and there. Having a meal with your partner is one of the best things ever because you could, of course, have a small chat, be able to connect with them, and learn and just have a great time overall. The fourth question is, what big goals are we working towards? I believe a lot of us really get into a relationship and then don't really have a purpose or meaning behind it. And of course, those types of relationships crumble over time. But if you both understand, hey, you're both working towards a huge goal, then that's great because you have a sense of purpose behind it, right? And this ties into another question. What is the relationship about? Figuring out what your relationship is about is very important. And then, of course, with that goal that you're working towards, that'll mean like, hey, you do have a purpose, you do have a connection, you do align with each other, you have that compatibility. And then the last question is, what is this year about? On a personal level, and of course on the relationship level. Figure that out. And of course, be honest when you're answering these questions with your significant partner. And you gotta understand, sometimes a lot of people need to know that, hey, you need to align your life with your own schedule. Sometimes partners align their schedule with each other's schedules together so they can have a great time. And that's great and all, but sometimes you have to be able to align your own needs/wants to your own schedule or with your own schedule. So just remember, if you're in a relationship, if you want to nurture it, if you want to have a healthy relationship, always be willing to learn, always be willing to read on certain subjects, always be willing to listen to podcasts about relationships and form your own beliefs. Just remember to take it easy and everything will be fine.